Welcome to the 700 Club. Republican Senator Ted Cruz and his Tea Party allies took control of the Senate floor overnight. He launched a marathon speech to argue that Obamacare must be defunded.
And as of this morning, Senator Cruz was still at it. He says he's only listening to millions of Americans who want someone to finally take a stand. Ephraim Graham has that story.
I intend to speak in opposition to Obamacare.
Senator Ted Cruz said he would speak until he could no longer stand. Cruz and his conservative allies have controlled the Senate floor since Tuesday afternoon. Their aim? To delay the Senate from voting on the House spending bill.
I want to stand and fight for the more than 1.6 million Americans who signed a national petition against Obamacare. And to the millions more who didn't, because they were told by a politician it's not possible.
Cruz supports the bill, which funds the government past the September 30th deadline, but defunds Obamacare. He knows that measure has no chance of passing in the democratically controlled Senate. But the American people don't like Obamacare, and so Cruz continues.
It's now late at night. I'm going to venture to say most members of the United States Senate are home in bed asleep, while America lives the nightmare.
The latest ABC News Washington Post poll shows when it comes to Obamacare's impact, 36% say it has already worsened the healthcare system overall. Only 19% see improvement. Americans are also confused over what Obamacare will mean for them. 62% say they lack the information needed to understand the changes. As the clock continues ticking, President Obama teamed up with former President Bill Clinton to promote the health care law.
When you have universal enrollment, you can manage your costs better and cut inflation down.
Meanwhile, major companies like Home Depot and Walgreens have already cut several 100,000 employees loose, giving them a voucher to go find their own health care under the Obamacare health exchanges. Ephraim Graham, CBN News.
Well, there's another battle brewing over Obamacare, and this one has to do with religious freedom. John Jessup has that story from our CBN News Bureau in Washington. John?
Gordon, 4 Christian universities in Oklahoma have filed suit against the Obamacare birth control mandate. Southern Nazarene University, Oklahoma Wesleyan University, Oklahoma Baptist, and Mid-America Christian University argue the mandate violates their beliefs. One school cited its commitment to protecting the unborn, stating, "We are filing suit because we believe God is God, not the government, and that we must obey God rather than men." Kenya has begun 3 days of mourning for those killed in this week's deadly mall attack. Islamic terrorists murdered more than 60 people and wounded over 150 others in the capital city of Nairobi. 5 Americans were among the wounded. The death toll is expected to rise because bodies are still trapped under the rubble. Kenyan officials now control the mall after the 4-day standoff, but there are fears some terrorists could still be hiding. The mall attack was the deadliest there since the 1998 bombing of the U.S. Embassy, which killed more than 200 people. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is warning the West not to be fooled by the peaceful words of Iran's new president. Hassan Rouhani told the United Nations his country wants to restart nuclear negotiations. But Netanyahu's spokesman warns Iran will do whatever it takes to deceive the West.
What we're concerned about is under this smokescreen of professed good intentions, that Iran is taking a page out of the North Korean playbook, that in professing their commitment to non-proliferation, that they are illicitly continuing to build a nuclear weapon. And all the facts point in that direction.
Netanyahu said he looks forward to discussing the matter with President Obama at the White House next week. Gordon, what do you think we need to see to consider this a genuine opening from Iran?
Well, I would want to see actions that back up the words. And right now, I'm very cautious about believing Iran has somehow changed. Keep in mind, what have their actions been over just the past few years? They're the largest funder of Hezbollah. They're the largest funder of Hamas. Both of those organizations are terror organizations. They're dedicated. The Iranian leaders are saying, we want to wipe Israel off the map. They want to take it out. They've been steadily building a nuclear program. And until those actions change, I frankly don't believe it, and I think it's just yet another stall tactic to keep sanctions away while they continue to develop nuclear weapons. I'd like to believe it the other way. I'd like to believe they're being genuine, but until their actions back up their words, I think we need to be very cautious.